Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in life, you can either suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I make a lot of videos about how to stay on a good program in order to build your life up, build yourself up, fight weakness, defeat PTSD, defeat addiction, defeat food addictions, to live a mind, body, and soul lifestyle. I'm all about that. It's what saved my life. This is a program that was given to me. I didn't invent this, and I stand behind it. I stand in front of it. I promote this 100%. It's what this channel is all about. You can go and subscribe and look through all my videos. Every one of them promotes this program in order to help build others up. It's not an easy path, and a lot of people fall off because they don't really understand what it takes in order to bring yourself up. The pain that they're used to becomes the pain that they would rather choose. It's hard for people to sometimes see a greater vision when they're living in shit, when they're wallowing in shit, when they have this miserable lifestyle full of depression, addiction, vice. They're running from their fears. I've been this way. Everything I talk about in all my videos are things that I've been through and have learned to pull myself out of. And you can pull yourself out of it too. If I can do it, I'm nobody special. If I can do this stuff and live a great life, then so can you. The lesson that I've had to really learn over the years, though, is not so much what the process is, but how to stay on top of it, how to stay disciplined with it. You can go and learn how to meditate. You can go and learn how to do various things that people say that, oh, this really helped me. But if you're not doing it every day, even on the days it doesn't feel right, feel good, you're not really doing it. I let myself go for years. Use the excuse of business, Sinister City, and just got completely absorbed with my business and felt like, well, this is my time to shine. This is my chance in life in order to be successful. And I'm just going to go full on into this and make this 24/7 of everything. And what happened to me is I lost my personal identity in my company, in my brand. I became the company, I became the brand instead of the company becoming me. It started off as just me, an extension of me, like another arm, like a finger on my hand. And then I found myself working for it. I found myself becoming not resentful of the business or anything, because I was proud to be self-employed, but just overwhelmed with how much I had to do all the time, feeling grumpy, feeling annoyed. And the whole problem was that I was missing this mind, body, and soul lifestyle. I was only focusing on one aspect, and that's finances. You know, they talk about mind, body, and soul. You can talk about it as family, finances, and fitness. There's all kinds of different ways to talk about it. It's the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. Things come in threes. It's a big triangle. I was only focusing on finances. When you only focus on one aspect in your life, the others will atrophy. I see this a lot with intellectuals. I know people that are very smart, that come from a family that has high IQs and are very educated. A lot of them really only focus on their mind. And on certain topics, sure, they may be brilliant and fascinating to talk to on some conversations, but with the other aspects of your being, because it's mind, body, and soul, not just mind. And I mean, I can switch it up on other people at the gym. I know people at the gym who, sure, they have great bodies, but they're not working on their mind and they're not working on their soul. This is something that we do every day. I learned this because I failed myself and I felt guilty after I started back up on this practice of daily programming. 365, 24/7. I don't take days off. I don't celebrate on cheat days. I don't give myself a weekend to go and just party and slam my body against the wall and then say I'll get back to being a good person on Monday. I don't do that. It's like these criminals in church. I used to go to Catholic church when I was younger. I ran with a lot of criminals. I used to be involved in that life 24/7. That was my world. And I'd see these people in church. I'd be in church. And you kind of had this fantasy that this would be enough. I could just go on Sunday from 9 till 11 or whatever it was. And hey, that's good. Say a few Hail Marys. God forgives. This shit ain't gonna work. You're not fooling anybody. You gotta be all about this. And you gotta especially be about it on the days you don't wanna do it. And that's the hardest part for some people. They get to a point when, sure, they might start off with a little bit of motivation because they wanna get their self on top of their addiction, get on top of some PTSD, get on top of a weak mindset, change their body, change some of these things, these aspects of their existence that are frustrating them, study a little bit, start learning a little bit more. I promote education and self-study a lot. I have a college degree, but I learned a lot more on my own. And I'm not talking about street knowledge. I have that too. I got a PhD in the streets that does nothing. That doesn't do a lot for me now. Read books. You have the internet. Go watch something other than stupid videos on YouTube. Educate yourself. This is essentially important. You need to do this 24/7 every single day. Every day. You never give up on this. I'm not celebrating every day after work like Fred Flintstone. And when my time up, I have a motorcycle shop. If you don't know about me, this is the first video you've seen. Sinister City is a motorcycle shop that I've owned for 20 years. We've been very successful. I've owned many businesses, retail stores, promotion companies. I've named every one of them Sinister City. So you may have seen our stickers and heard about it on a different capacity. I've had probably 7 different businesses, named every one of them Sinister City. I don't just slide out of work and then go and party and say, well, I did my deed for the day. I got my 8 hours in. I'm getting my check at the end of the week. That's all my family needs, right? People around you need more than just your paycheck, your occasional help with changing a light bulb or mowing the lawn, or whatever you think your little duties are around the house. They need more of you than that. Being a leader, being an alpha, is like being the king of a clan, of a tribe. Being the leader of a tribe. And you need to be there on all capacities for everybody around you in that tribe. And it's taxing. It takes a lot out of you. But this is why you continually fill your cup. This is why that you're continually working on yourself. It's not an easy road, and a lot of people aren't ready for it. They think it's going to be easy. They think it gets easier and easier. It doesn't really get a lot easier. You get more interested in the process. On the days that it's hard, there's days I don't want to study. There's days I don't want to read. There's days I don't want to work out. There's days I don't really want to learn. There's days I don't want to be creative. I have lots of creative outlets. It's good to have at least one thing in your life that you can exercise that part of your brain with. I do these things anyways, and I always feel better afterwards. I'm always proud of myself that I did it, and I realize that it's like drops in a bucket. After a while, it fills up. After a while, you have a full bucket and you're overflowing, and that's when you can help people. That's when your help is useful to people. That's when you become a useful member of society. Not on weekends. Not after you've gotten back from the bar or when you have a free moment between a football game. I'm not saying you have to stop having fun in life. But you really have to start looking at how you're spending your time. You have to really start checking yourself. Part of the program that I promote in many of my videos is about your daily schedule, about how you get through each day. I've suffered from addiction. I've suffered both drug and alcohol addiction. I've suffered from PTSD, severe PTSD from trauma, violent trauma. And for people like me, you can understand, We live from day to day. I live a whole lifetime from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Getting up in the morning is like a birth. Going to sleep at night is like a death. I live every day this way. I have to. And it's taught me to value my time more. Not just to be super productive. That's good for you. Sometimes being productive and just being busybody isn't the best lifestyle. For some people that is, especially for addicts. It's good to be busy. You want to have a bunch of time in your hands, sitting around twiddling your thumbs, wondering what to do. Especially if you don't have the mental strength in order to handle those times. So keep yourself busy and you'll build up that strength. And then when the slow times, the downtime hits, you won't be sitting there jonesing. You won't be sitting there, tweaking out, wondering what you're going to do. You won't be running from your emotions. That's what a lot of us used to do. We'd get high to numb ourselves, medicate ourselves, to run from emotions that we didn't want to experience. You have to face all that like a warrior. Face all your battles until there are no more. So you're that calm warrior who's defeated all his battles. All you see out there is a landscape of battles that you've won, not a bunch of barriers in front of you. You have to stay on this every day. It's so important to stay on top of your game every day. Stay on your program every day. Stay on the mind, body, and soul lifestyle every single day. 24/7, 365 is what it's all about. We build ourselves up. I don't care if you're on vacation, you do this on vacation. I don't take a lot of vacations. I don't need it. I've created a lifestyle that I am happy with. I rather live my daily lifestyle than go on vacation. For me, vacations can be stressful. It's time off I don't want. I'm not saying to avoid exploring. Exploring is great. But an escape, if you're running from your life, that'll never work. What you resist persists. What you run from will chase you like a demon forever. You will never escape it. It's tied to you. You have to stand and fight. You have to cut those ties with everything. Your job, your relationships, your body issues, your mind issues, your negative mindset, your weakness. This is what the goal of your life is. This is what life is about. People want to know what the meaning of life is. This is the meaning of life. And what it does for you, if you sit and wonder, well, why would I do all this? Because it enables you to become a more powerful person. And alpha helps people. Being in service to others is what it's all about. That's how you get into heaven. That's how you make it past go to the next level of this video game. Some people look at it in a more quantum physics way. I was reading a book that our bodies vibrate on a cellular level. And your evolution as a being, as a living creature, depends on that vibration of those atoms. And you increase your vibration. All this stuff only happens if you do daily practice. I know what it's like to just get to a certain point, learn a couple things with, sure, I got a gym membership, I go once in a while, and that should be enough. And I try to eat somewhat healthy, I bought some wheat bread at the grocery store instead of white bread, and I had a salad the other day at Olive Garden, so, I should be pretty good. Better than that fat piece of shit across the street. This is how I used to be. And I look back at that person as such a weak, cop-out little bitch. It makes me laugh that I used to be that way. So stay on your program. Do this shit 365, even on the hard days. The hard days is when it means the most. Those grumpy days, those weak days, those days that your back hurts, the days that you're stiff, that you just can't take no more, you feel overwhelmed. That's the battle that we're in. That's it. You're a warrior. And warriors don't run like little bitches. They don't run and hide and take little siestas in the middle of a battle. You fight. And you conquer. And you survive. And you thrive. Thanks for watching.